menikmati berbagai pendidikan dan bekal kehidupan. Setiap ilmu yang kami dapat dari para kiai senantiasa menjadi energi dan doa dalam menghadapi pahitnya perjuangan dan pengabdian. Hingga pada akhirnya kami mengerti, sesungguhnya kehidupan ini mengajari kami untuk selalu mengabdi kepada Ilahi.
To all of students, please use your cap and mat.
Peserta berarti Putri. Cing i cing
semangat jiwa ini, indahnya sinar rembulan menerangi kegelapan malam. Burung-burung pun berkicauan menceritakan kisah tentang kita karena sempurnakan indahnya kebersamaan kita. Bintang-bintang pun berkelipan memperhatikan langkah kita.
Cek. 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 Welcome to Debat. Host. Cek. Gimana, boy? Is voice going? The voice. Cek 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 cek. Lu.
Ramadan tiba, Ramadan tiba, Ramadan tiba. Marhaban ya Ramadan, marhaban. Terasa sejuk di hatiku bila mengenangkan saat indah bersama. Cerita kisah tentang kita selalu bermain di dalam ingatanku. Panas terik matahari, membakar semangat jiwa ini. Indahnya sinar
Pegang
rembulan
kamera ada saja nanti yang datang pegang kamera.
menerangi
Pak, serahin memorinya tuh.
burung-burung hijauan menceritakan kisah tentang kita pernah cemburukan indahnya kebersamaan kita. Bintang-bintang pun berkelipan memperhatikan langkah-langkah kita bersama menuju Hadratillah.
Attention please. The English debate competition today will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the participant of English debate in Ramadan activity 1442 Hijriah. From the participant of boys, please welcome. And please welcome the participant from girl. From now on, the agenda will handled by the master of ceremony. The time is yours.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, in the name of Allah, Lord of the world, the kings, the most gracious and the most merciful. Second, salawat and salam to our Prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from the bad era till the good era. Okay. I'm standing here to be the moderator for today for the debat competition. And before the competition began, I will explain about the procedure of the considering debates. Debates will be divided for the 3 sessions. For the first session is individual. The first speaker who will advise will choose the one motion who that the sick motion from determined from the committee. The time for the submitting the argument is only for 2 minutes for every speaker. The speaker, do you understand? Okay. And for the second session is the individual battle. In the battle, the first person will give their opinion for the first speaker, between the first speaker or the live set or the road set. And for the affirmative team and the opposition team will be chosen by the throwing the coin here. Okay, do you understand? Okay. And for the audience, when the speaker talk or the speaker in front of, please be quiet. Okay. And for the time in the battle is only for the 7 minutes. The 1 minute firstly is talk about the opinion for affirmative. And when I tap for the twice, that means the interruption belong to for the opposition. Okay? And for the second time when I tap, it's mean the interruption is not belong again. Okay? Boys, do you understand? Okay. When I tap for the 3 times, it's mean the argument explanation or argument speaking for the argument is complete. Okay? Okay. For the team battle will I speak when the began the session for the 3rd session. And now for the first session, I please welcome firstly for my right side for the speaker 1. Please come to here. Okay. But open the debate competition today by reciting Al-Basmalah. Okay. Please welcome to the first speaker. Come to here to choose your motion. For the first speaker from the right side of the voice will be speak about the motion television. The time is you.
Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm standing here for give my experience about television. Alright, television is a technology of like modern technology. That a television is like box and give a picture be moving by color. And the television, not only about that, television also give many information. and make us get the other knowledge for can speed and the other. And also, television also give entertainment like Upin Ipin, like Otan, education entertainment. And not only about that, television also give information like breaking news, CNN, BBC, and other. The good impact from television is make us know other knowledge and other country. And debate on pesantren, a debate of the television is throw the time for the children. The conclusion is from television is television help us like watch and get the information, and it's just by one box and connecting with the satellite. It's mean television make many people get new information only just sit down in the home and look at television just by open that just by a finger and remote. Television also make us to be easier to do anything, and because that television every home and everywhere we get television and his home. All right, just answer this my motion about television. Thank you for attention.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker to talk about the television. Let's give a pause. And the next speaker from the girls of the junior high school, from the first speaker, please welcome to here. Please. Okay. The first speaker from the girls will be speak about the game online. Take.
Okay, good morning everybody. Good morning our excellencies adjudicator, our honorable moderator and timekeeper, and also my beloved audience and who are watching this the English debate competition 2021. Okay, I'm standing here. I would like to explain you about online game in my opinion. So online game is a game that based on internet. We can play that through the internet or another available network. So here, I will tell you the impact of online game. Firstly, because online game is network available that is connected around the world, so we could socializing with online game that could be two players, not only solo or one player. There's so many example about the online game, right? There's so many online game in your phone, of course. And then the another good impact from the online game, it could be increase our creativity, increase our mapping to the game, and also with the good there is the bad, right? So here I will tell you the bad impact from the online game. The online game could waste our time if we always play that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you one more time about the impact from online game. So online game have to side of the impact that is positive and negative side. The positive side is like socializing because the network is worldwide, and the negative is it could be wasting our time. It could waste our time to study and socializing with in the society. So, in my conclude here, I will tell you that online game is not that bad if we could manage our time to play it. How we can manage our time, that is, we can see from our environment, we can see from our friend, that is not always playing online game for manage our time. Okay?
Time is up.
Until here, I hope you got my point.
Give applause for the first speaker from the girl. Okay, please welcome to the second speaker from the right side or the from boys. The second speaker from the boys choose the motion talk about pesantren.
Alright, I'm standing here to explain my motion about pesantren. Pesantren is a traditional education system but leading from the Kiai. And the pesantren is giving much facility for his student, just like a class for study, kitchen for eat, toilet, bedroom for take a bath, auditorium, mouse, and is the charter. And the student was called in the pesantren, usually called by santri. And this santri is giving much impact for this nation, especially from in history. The santri helped this nation to reach for the freedom. And not just that, the santri usually, when he's got from his pesantren, he give much good impact for his improvement, for his family, for his friend. Because in the pesantren, we got teaching for 24 hours and days. We got a lesson about leadership training, about religion, about socialing. And in some pesantren too, we got to study about a strange language, just like usually is Arabic and English. And of course, many of them santri, when he's got from his pesantren, he's become a success man. Become just like a general or maybe DPR and MPR. Okay,
Time is up.
just that my explain about my motion about pesantren.
Okay, please welcome to the second speaker from the girl. For the second speaker from the girl will speak about social media.
Okay, good morning everybody. Your Excellency, Educator, Honorable Moderator and Timekeeper, and all of audience in this place. Okay, I'm standing here. I would like to explain about social media. Social media is like internet that we can, in social media that have many applications and website. So, in social media, we can interact with people in another world. So because social media have many benefits. So because in social media, okay, ladies and gentlemen, in social media have good effect from social media. That's because social media we can interact with another people in this world. So the the back effect from social media is we can get depression and stress because social media. And in social media, we can get cyberbullying that make us depression and stress. So, and social media, in social media too, we can show our talent in that application. Example, we can post content that to some application, and then in another people we can see our talent. Okay. Sorry for a mistake. Thank you so much for your nice attention. I hope you got my point. Thank you.
Okay. To the next speaker from the voice, the last speaker from the voice. From my city. The third speaker from voice will speak about the Promise Society.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm stand up here for telling my opinion about Permacity. Permacity is a friendship or a club in who has is bad. I think Permacity is bad because much of people get a bad personality because of Permacity. Permacity is was born in the outsider. Much of Permacity is born from public school. The student of public school was nothing work, and they doing a unit and be a wrong line. Permacity have much bad impact, like that will make a sexuality will make people get a personality bad, will disturb a civil. In Permacity, we can see much of them entering the jail. Why? Because there was much of victim in society, and much of them is from the girl, like sexual action. And in Permacity, we can see much ill of that. It's like sexual ill, or we can be a depression. And inside in Permacity, we can see much of bullying. And we can look about that. Permacity is so bad. And maybe just this for me, just this my opinion about Permacity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the third speaker from the boys. And now to the last speaker from the girls. For the last speaker, we'll speak about the smartphone. The time is you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, adjudicator, honorable, moderator, and timekeeper, rebel, my rebel and lovely, my audience. Here, I'm standing in front of you. I would like to explain about smartphone. A smartphone is a cell phone that allows you to do more than make phone and send text message. Smartphone can browse the internet and run software programs like computer, and smartphone use a touch screen to allow users to interact with them. So, in this modern society, smartphone already replaced a paper notebook and give us so many information. And with smartphone, we can know another word, and we can expand the friends networking. So, the the positive effect from smartphone is for a business person. We can know that we can buy and sell in the smartphone, and we can negotiate it with our partner at any time and any place. So the bad effect from smartphone. Ladies and gentlemen, so the next bad effect is for some people, texting is better than talking face to face. So you can take the example from when we go home and we meet with our parents. And okay, I would like to conclude. Today, life is so busy and everyone, no one has such time to look around him and think while at what he wants. Smartphones are solving of the issues. We can use a smartphone of the purpose of our routine life. Thank you.
Okay.
I hope you get the benefit from my explanation.
Okay, the first session for this debate from the junior high school is complete. Now, we enter to the second session. Before we enter to the second session, please, for the junior high school speaker, take your place. For the girl here. From the right side, count from the first speaker, second speaker, and the third speaker. 1, 2, 3. You, 2. 1, 2, 3. No? Sit down. Sit down, please. Okay, in this session, we'll begin from the first speaker from the boys, again, the first speaker from the girl. And on the way, the same with the second speaker, the third speaker with the third speaker. For the first speaker, we'll take your place first. Beside me. Because there is no throwing coin, please sweep up. Sweep. For, yep, pepper, cutter, and stone. Okay. Okay. Can you? Okay. What do you choose? Opposition. Okay. The right side will choose the opposition, and the left side will choose the affirmative. Then, please take your place from the back. Begin by the affirmative side. Your time, 1 minute.
Okay, good morning all. Good morning, adjudicator, moderator, and timekeeper, and also my lovely rival. So here, I would like to tell you the motion today, the motion this morning. So the motion this morning is pesantren. Is pesantren is better than state school, right? So here, I would like to tell you the definition. So pesantren is an institution education from Islam religion that based on the dormitory for the border states. So here, I would like to tell you why I agree with the motion, because pesantren have so many benefits. As we can see right now in this pesantren, we could get the character development, how we interact with others, how we socializing with others, how we study 24 hours per week inside or outside the class.
Give you interruption.
All right, I'm just eager about your motion. All right, when he say, she said about, you said, student get a 24 hours in the pesantren and you learn. As children or student must also near with his parent, and when they grow up, he must close with the parent, not only stay in the pesantren. And not only about that, a public school, about my portion, a public school also give a purity for the talent of the student. Not at a pesantren. Pesantren only just give religion knowledge or just about that. And I never look like the country is a get a competition to other country. And the student at the public school usually get science Olympiad at the other school and the other public. And many cases also from I got the pesantren. All right, like how you can make sure a teacher is always teaching to this class. And when I look that, and I feel that when I is in pesantren, I never look a teacher is come not to be late. And usually teacher come to late to the class and make the student is sleepy and to be lazy. And that is different. What I look in the pesantren is how to be management time, be efficient, high efficient. But the teacher also not use a high efficient time. So how you can make sure that?
Okay, please answer the question from the opposition.
Okay, how to make sure the teacher is utilizing the time. So, in pesantren that I have said earlier that we are studying 24 hours per week, and not a teacher that could we tell that is the teacher. Everybody is a teacher. We learn for everything from anything that we see, that we hear. So here, how to utilize the time that you said earlier, we could manage our time here with the socializing that we had. That is, okay, here I will tell you one more. That is, the teacher could be everybody. That we.
Okay, there is interruption.
Okay, when she said that all of student as teacher is teaching in the pesantren, it's mean I look at case in the pesantren. Student still a class. If you say a student also to be teacher, it mean teacher also still the class. Many cases of the pesantren. You say santri or the teacher itself, but if he do bad activity, it means pesantren also all of that to bad activity. And not only about take a class or steal item, other item in the pesantren. Also, what's happened when I look, and this is my data.
Okay, thank you for your opinion for the argument, and then please give the conclusion. 30 seconds for the affirmative and 30 seconds for the opposition.
Okay, here I would like to tell you all the conclusion from my opinion, from my argument, from my point of view. So, pesantren is a goal for Islamic religion that could manage our time, that we could learn in 24 hours per week, and also we learn how to be a teacher, how to be a good person that people will follow the good behavior of us.
Okay, 30 seconds for the opposition.
All right, my conclusion is a public school is better than pesantren. Why? Because a children in new modern now must get new information be fast. And not only about that, school also be the student to use his talent, like a soccer, he's maybe athlete. And also, public school is must, public school also priority the student to be goodness and to be multi-talent at the outside. And he do is and public school also not give pensions or it mean it's free, not get pay man-pound pants. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker, and please give the applause for them. And now please welcome to the second speaker from the right side and the left side, from the boy and the girl. Please welcome to here. before, please sweet up your paper and says. What do you choose? Affirmative. Okay. For the left side will be the affirmative team, and the right side will be the opposition team. And please take your place. For the affirmative, please tell your opinion firstly for the 1 minute. Come to that. When I thump one.
Okay, good morning everybody. Your Excellency, Adjudicator, Honorable Moderator and Timekeeper, respectable my rival, and all of audience in this place. Okay, here I would like to give my opinion about this motion today, that is about the internet brings more harm than good. Internet is a globe that we can interact with in this world. So, because internet has bad effect for all people, that especially for teenagers, because social media, they get depression, they get cyberbullying, so that they can get depression and stress. So because that their mental health and their psychology is bad. So I'm totally agree with this motion. Thank you.
Okay, interruption from the opposition. Please take your time.
All right, I disagree with your opinion. Why? Because internet for me is not does make that bad thing was happening. The internet is just like white plant. It's on to us what gonna we put on that white plant. I don't know, that can be trash or food with high quality. Just like that, so internet. It's on to us what's gonna use that for a good thing or a good or a bad or bad thing. And internet have a many a good thing too. And something example from that good thing is make us to more easier looking for information, looking for reference, looking for adding our knowledge. And I have a question for you, sister. Okay, if you say the internet brings more harm than good, how if internet is never present to us? Are you can guarantee we're gonna more easier looking for information, adding our knowledge, and looking for reference? Please answer my question.
Okay. Now world always improve. Now there's globalization that we can. So there are many study about we study so that we got the internet. So so I'm really agree with this motion. Why? Because internet more brings harm than good, because okay, ladies and gentlemen, internet brings more harm than good because the internet we can get addiction, you know. Some people in English that by name Danny Bolner.
Okay, you don't answer his question. Okay, please.
Okay.
Please answer my question.
Okay, could you repeat that?
What did
Could you repeat your question?
Right, my answer about my question is, if the internet press from our life, we cannot with Israel looking for information, but we still can looking for the information with us, with another people, with our improvement, with our family, with our friends. And of course you have a family, friends, and improvement, right?
Okay. Information not always in internet. We can get information that from television and newspaper. So
Okay, the audience, please
let me ask you, how can you guarantee, how is the internet there is no.
Okay, thank you for your opinion between the two speakers. Now is a conclusion. 30 seconds from the affirmative, the 30 seconds from the opposition. Let's take it.
Okay, I would like to conclude. Internet more brings harm than good because that there is an example that from English people and British people by name Danny Boner, he take a photo in 10 hours. He took photo to 2,200 photos for she post in the Instagram in the internet. So because that, if the photo is not bad, is bad, he will depression. Thank you.
Okay, for the opposition.
All right, my calculate is the internet is not bring harm than good. Cause why? It's on to us as user was gonna use that internet. But we can use the internet for adding our knowledge, looking for information and look for reference, not for do a bad thing.
Okay, thank you for the second speaker. Please take you first. Okay, please welcome to the last speaker from the boys and the girls. Please welcome to here. Sit up first. Sit up. 1, 2, 3. No, count first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what do you choose? Affirmative. Okay, the right side from the boys choose the affirmative, and the left side from the girl choose the opposition. Please, the affirmative, take your time for 1 minute.
I'm for agree about TV show negative thing to children. Why? Because not many of children be a bad personality because watching a bad show in the television, and much of children is following a character in the show. And also, TV have a bad scan. It's like violence, love, and bullying. Because that, if the children watching that we can be a bad personality, and they watching that because very weak, the parent watching them when they is watching the TV. With the TV, children will get much of badness. You know why? Because when they're watching, even there is addictive film, also because they were addicted with the TV show.
Okay, there is there? Okay.
Okay, first, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, adjudicator, honorable moderator, and timekeeper. Lovely my rival and lovely my audience. First, the motion today is television show impact negative to children. And the definition from television show is any content produced for viewing on a television set over the air satellite, so by excluding breaking news or any other, the place between shows. So, here I'm as negative team. I totally disagree with this motion. Why? Because television show has so much a positive effect for children. It can be educational. When children study in the school, that know all up, they can enter to their
Interruption? Okay. Watch.
But I see. What did you say? You say that is a TV can educate children for learning, but not with TV. Children also can learning in outside there, and TV give like be other person because like his life character is like that maybe that like some the case, A much a parent reported to Commission of Children Protection. Much of the children trying to suicide or killing herself because watching a violent show.
Okay, is there your question?
Okay, here I want to interrupt your words. You said that the children can not all up in the television, but it can be an outside. So, but in television show that make content more fun than in the outside. So we can friend to our children to watching that, and they can't negative. I'm sorry.
Okay, is there kid?
I know there's a fun show, but a fun show will make a children will be addicted with the television, and that can make their parent tell. It's like his parent ordering him to stop the television, but because he's so addicted with the fun show, they will remain that their parent telling.
Okay, is there?
And I want to ask something. Can you guarantee that your statement, do you have a fact that your statement?
Is there? Okay, the conclusion from between the third speaker. The affirmative firstly. Give the conclusion.
My conclusion about TV show negative thing to children. I think TV show much or many bad thing from the goodness. Because why? Because many of children be a bad personality because the TV show, and many of children not watching addictive film. They just watching like a violence, love, and bullying film.
Okay, thank you for the affirmative. Then from the opposition. Okay, please repeat. We don't hear.
Okay. You silent. Okay.
Quiet,
Here
quiet. The audience.
I would like to conclude. Television show has so many good impact for our children. So the first is for educational. Not only in the school we can teach our children, but in the television they make a content that more fun than in the school. So for sports, we can know that the children can make inspired to watch a television, and then okay, ladies and gentlemen, for make inspire, and when children are watching television, they like to have a favorite artist or another. They will follow the good effect from television. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the last speaker for the individual battle. Okay, we enter to the third session for this debate competition. For the third session, it's the team battle between the affirmative and the opposition team. For the affirmative or the opposition team will choose by the sweet up in the front of here. Okay. Before that, I will tell the producers for the conducting debates. For the first speaker, between the opposition or the affirmative will speak for the 3 minutes to define and to namely his group. For the affirmative for 3 minutes and the opposition for 3 minutes. And for the next is for the second speaker will interrupt the explanation from the affirmative. First interrupt is coming from the affirmative to interrupt the motion from the opposition team. Okay, the speaker understand? Okay, please come to first speaker front of here to sit up. Okay. Just sit up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what do you choose? Affirmative, okay. The right side from the boys choose the affirmative team, and the left side choose the opposition team. take first. Okay. For the first speaker from the affirmative, 3 minutes. The time is yours.
All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Highness, juries, honorable moderator, and respectable orators. I'm standing here from affirmative team, and my name is Mama Jenny. As first speaker, and beside me, Juanda Givari Daryufi, be as second speaker, and Sapik Mubarak as third speaker. All right. I'm agree about this motion because social media impact on human and bad behavior and society. Before that, I introduced about social media. Social media is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of idea, talk, and information through the building of virtual networks and communities. Yes, social media. We are in the modern life. We're not far from a social media. Everywhere, every time, every place, we get a social media. When the pandemic of COVID-19, we got a pandemic, and we are stay at home. And if there is no social media, we will gonna get boring in home. So because of is there social media, we get entertainment, information, also funny content. We can give information to the other people. And social media also help us for get other information. Not only in this environment, also we can get in the other country. Social media has changed not only of power thinking, but today governs on behavior and social thoughts as well. Good impact from social media is only about we gotta get information or get information, but the bad of social media give a big trouble to the young generation, especially. All right, because of social media. Okay, example like TikTok. Yes, we look at dance hot TikTok, and the children watch that because they can use social media and make that broke mentality for a grow up. If he watch a dance like in the TikTok, he wanna follow that, and that is make broke young generation now is broke mentality. Not only about that, also.
30 seconds.
All right. The conclusion is social. I'm sorry. It's mean social media is very give bad impact to the young generation now and to the next future. It's why social media must be there's not in this future. We can also use a social media for the. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for the first speaker from the affirmative. Then please take your time for 3 minutes from the opposition teams. Ready?
Okay, here I will tell you the motion today that is social media causes bad behavior at present. So the definition is, I will tell you one more the definition because they didn't give the clear definition of social media. So here I will tell you the definition of social media one more time, that is a social internetwork media that able us to interact, to connect, to always make a content, to other to share and other interaction, social interaction in internetwork media. So behavior is how someone behaves. So bad behavior is a bad behavior from someone to something. So at present is showing nowadays, but we, according to the motion today, according to definition 2, we really disagree with the motion But before that, I will tell you the team split. So here I am as the first speaker. I will tell you the connectivity and education point of view. Beside me, the second speaker will explaining about information and globalization point of view, and the third speaker, our replaced speaker, will explain about sociality and business. First, I will rebut the argument, the point of view from the affirmative team. He said that in this pandemic era, in this COVID-19, we should stay at home, right? And that could make our thinking change with all of the content in the social media. But with that content that we could get in the social media, we think that social media not is the one cause of the bad behavior for the user at this present. Why? Because as he said, according to what he said, in this era, in this pandemic COVID-19 era, we could see that social media have so many benefits to us, like connectivity around the world. We could stay connected to our beloved friend or beloved family, although the time, the place, or another country with them. So, that you said that social media is just giving the information. No, it's also have a benefit for education. We, as a student, using the social media to make a new learning system that more interesting to us. Okay, because of that, we disagree with the motion that is social media causes bad behavior at present, because social media still have so many benefits for us. Also, at my conclude, I would like to say, social media is not the one cause of the bad behavior in this present. Thanks.
Okay, please applause for the first speaker. Give applause. For the next method will be speak from the second speaker from the affirmative. And if I tap for twice from the opposition, you may to interrupt. Okay? Do you understand the information? Then the interrupt can be able to for every speaker, from the one speaker, second speaker, or the third speaker. Okay? The voice, you understand? And the answering from the interruption can able to for the every speaker. Okay, but from the first explanation is coming from the second speaker. Okay, from the second speaker for the affirmative, the 2 minutes come to you.
Right, I disagree with your opinion. Cause why? Cause I think social media is give a bad impact to human behavior and society. Okay, you say the social media does not give a bad thing, but give some information and entertainment, and get education too. But you can guarantee the people's gonna use social media for the looking for information and use the good thing? I think not. Cause why? Because many of people now just open the social media for just entertain himself, just like open hot pictures or just do bullying in the social media and make a down some organization.
Okay, I want to interrupt what you said. You said social media is bad for at present. So you said social media is bad for present. You said about bullying hot picture. That's because just the person who wants to open that picture. Not all of people open that picture. So social media have many benefits for good benefit from present. And so in social media we can search about health. We can know characteristics from the illness. We can teenagers now, especially for teenagers, social media.
Okay, there is some raising hand.
All right. You said just only people want open that image, a hot image, but it means social media is give facility or the provides like picture, right? The mean social media put a picture or a image like hot picture. It means social media not banned that picture. This the social media it mean give a freedom for we are can put anything image or the hot porn video, and it mean there is no watch if that picture was what from children, and there is no can make sure that because social media is free platform. Any adult can use the social media. It mean if you say is only people want open that, it mean social media give facility and provides that picture. Thank you.
Okay, I want to interrupt what you said. Social media has in that application. There's the settings. There's the mode child for the children. Then children save from that picture. So in social media, there's the settings that we can manage the settings for us. The settings that there's too about children.
Sorry, is there?
Okay, you say the setting, right? A setting. Or I have the data. I get was reported from liputan6.com. Giselle videos. Alright. Twitter is social media. And the Twitter give a legalization for put anything about porn or hot image be free. Where I put that. Okay. Like 19-second videos of Giselle or hot porn, that is very easier for Oknum to put something to there, and that is make children or many people in Indonesia can watch the video because of social media, and it's give bad impact to us because from that platform, social media of Twitter, social media, it's make easier. We are put anything like hoax news and porn, cyberbullying and other. Like a case of Giselle, we looked at many people until all of you have the video, right? Yes, they all get the video, just only from social media. How you can make sure we cannot get the video or the social media can ban that video? How can I make sure that, sister? You can answer my question.
Okay, about Giselle.
Another
That's
speaker
viral
able to
yesterday.
speak. Another speaker able to speak. Okay, if you want to speak.
Okay, I'm here. I'm really disagree with this motion because in social media has many we can keep us updates about around the world about globality and our locality. So because social media about globalization, the learning process now we cannot face to face. We can join to Zoom. We can join to Google Classroom and another main application.
Sir.
What?
All right. I'm sorry. I just want you answer my question. I not want to listen your opinion. I just want you answer my question. How we can ban hot video and the hot picture from social media? Thank you.
Okay, answer his question.
Okay, about that video this time, Giselle video. That if there's someone share the bad content, of course, police will entering them to jail, of course, because Indonesia has
The audience.
because in
keep
social
silent,
media
quiet.
because Indonesia has there's settings from the undang-undang. Thank you.
Now is conclusion from the affirmative for 2 minutes and the the opposition for the 2 minutes. First, the conclusion from third speaker.
Okay, my conclusion is social media give very bad impact to human behavior and society because social media much crimes there, just like murders, scam, kidnap, fighting, and not just that, social media breaking mental because many of netizens jealous and doing a cyberbullying. Not just that, netizens give a cyberbullying to the victim because of badness from someone. Like example, hot video Giselle. And because social media that video can share from one user to another user, and this gave a bad impact to mental Giselle, but to her, doctor, his family, and his improvement. Not just that, like Neymar Martin, because much of girl was jealous with him. Much of girl is bullying her, and because bullying her, Neymar trying to kill himself, and that it's so bad for the mental. And also, the badness like porno, and porno can make a user be bad because see a negative thing that make a personality of people be a badness.
Okay, start. From the opposition, the conclusion.
Okay, here I'm a third speaker from negative team. I would like to review it from the affirmative team. He said, social media can make us jealousy and doing insecure or with other people in social media for users. But in social media has so many a good effect for us. And then I have a fact that we can expand the friends networking. So, according to one study, 80% of users say that social media makes them feel more connected to the people in their life. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not. And while 68% say using it makes them feel supported during the time. And going to my point of view, that is about business and sociality. And talking about business, social media can have so many good effect for us, for a present that you sell some just for teenagers. And then for business, we are as a student or as present, we can increase brand awareness. More than half the world is active on social media, making it a great place to get potential customers. And then, according to a report, that more than 60% of people say they found a new product on Instagram. So, my conclusion is, the affirmative team just say that the social media just a good, just a bad for teenagers. And then this is here I'm as negative team. We give the definition, the fact, the solution that we can use social media and get the benefit from social media. Thank you.
Please applause for the junior high school debaters for today. Okay, is the complete for the session of debate from the junior high school. And thank you so much for your participant. Please take your place. Okay, before we enter to the senior high school debate competition, I wanna hear your spirit for today. For the class 1, where is your voice? For the class 2 junior high school, where is your voice? Okay. From the beyond generation, where is your voice? Okay. Top prime generation, where is your voice? Okay, to the... Is there any area? Okay. Before we enter to the senior high school, is there any correction from the jurist? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we continue to the senior high school. The procedure or the mechanism for debate is only same, but actually that the first speaker will be able from the girl, from the live set, and the role is come. Okay. For the senior high school, please take your place at the front of here, and the boys too. Sit down, please. Okay, for not spending the time, for the first speaker from the live set, from the girl, please take your motion first about the individual. First speaker. Okay, when I tap for one time, you begin. When it's twice, it's mean just 30 seconds for your explanation. When it's twice again, it's 3 times, it's mean. Okay. The first speaker from the girl will, from the motion, this house believes that teens muchly have the bad behavior.
Okay, here I am as the first speaker. I would like to tell about the motions today, which the motion today is actually this house believes that teens have muchly bad behavior. So first of all, what is behavior? Behavior is something that someone would... Okay, so here I would like to repeat with the motion today from the individual. So first, I believe that teenagers have muchly bad behavior. So what is behavior? First of all, behavior is someone who conducts himself or like a behavior or someone like a characteristic to someone. So then, what is teenager? Teenager is someone under the age of 19 and above the age of 13. So then, what makes the teenagers have bad behavior? First of all, what makes the teenagers have bad behavior is because they don't know how to control themselves and because they are in the phase of learning. So then the teenagers actually will be more prone to the act of them and their environment. So then, because their environment is bad, it actually makes them have muchly bad behavior. So then again, what makes teenagers have good behavior? It actually doesn't really matter. So then, what makes the teenagers have bad behavior? So then, teenagers have bad behavior mostly because of social media and globalization. So because of globalization, it actually makes the teenager more prone to the act of depression, stress, and etc. So here I would like to conclude. Actually, I would like to give an example of muchly bad behavior in teenagers nowadays. Actually, because teenagers doesn't really care about their surroundings, it makes them look like they have muchly bad behavior, when in reality, they actually would have good behavior if they know to how actually to control them. So here I would like to close my conclusion and close my explanation and elaborate. So then, I would like to say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so for the first speakers from boy. Okay, for the first audience, please keep silent. For the first speaker from boys, he will give his opinion about this house belief let students to learn about information technology. Okay, time is yours.
Check. Check. I'm standing here. I want to explain to you all that the motion about the student want to learn about technology. I very agree with this motion. Why? Before that I said I would agree with this motion. I want to explain you about something. Listen here. We know that many technology here in the modern era, in the national, international, bring us to the good era. So, many students want to study about, want to learn about the technology. For the example one is, as you know that, Ruang Guru. Ruang Guru is like studies classroom in the online. So we have to try it for many learners or many teachers that, so we can study wherever and whenever we are. And then, and the other application or the other technology is like Zenius. I'm the user too about the Genius application. So why I can here, I would like to offering you to learn about the Zenius, to use the Zenius application. Because why? I can speak English here because of that application. I can speak English here. I can speak English here because that application. And then, if you want to be good people, you just use your motion. So that's my opinion about the student for learn about the technology. Thanks.
Okay, so the next from the second speakers from girl. Okay, the second speaker's motion is, this house lets schools block YouTube.
Okay, here I would like to explain about our motion today, that is, let school to block about YouTube. Firstly, I would like to explain about what is YouTube. What is YouTube definition? Okay, as we know, YouTube is a generally application that have been downloaded automatically in our informatic mobile. It's like smartphone, laptop, and about schools is a place for a student, for a people to go to the school to learn about some education and subject. And about our motion today, that is let school to block about YouTube. That means that school is block the YouTube for using information technology in a school. As we know that information technology, that the student students need to learn about the information technology, and then it can help them to know about some knowledge that they don't know, that they didn't get it from the book. And about block YouTube, it means the school, it's forbidden for them, for the student to open a knowledge by based on a YouTube application. And this activities mean that the students cannot to search some education or some subject by using a YouTube, because the school have been blocked the YouTube application. As we know, is in the school YouTube application, usually we can watch the other video except the education, and I think that it's more interested for a student to see the video that not an education context. And I mean, just until that, my opinion, you can get my opinion. I will close my case. Thank you.
Okay, so for the next second speaker from boy.
Okay, audience. So for the motion of second speaker of boy is, this house believe that physical education is required of all high school students. Okay, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I'm standing here wanna tell you about my motion is cycle education is needed for us. Before I explain my opinion, let me explain what is cycle education. Cycle education is like sport and you can do in your school or whenever. And why cycle education is needed for us? Because without sport or anything on, we become not healthy or even become lazier. You or me or us just maybe read the book and then talk with your friends in your class. That's not nonsense, you know. That's not good for us, for our healthy, for our thing, for our body. And because of why I'm sitting here very agree. If cycle education is needed for us and like a sport such as swimming or football, you can also take a relationship with your friends and then make belong you to take your relationship, make your relationship is more strong than before. And sport is make our brain is more good, more think it over than before. Not just science, not just math, not just whatever subject we learn in the school, in the class, but sport is so important for us, for children, for students. Thank you.
So for the next third speaker of girl. Okay, audience, be quiet please. Audience, okay, so for the motion of third speaker of girl is, the house would ban advertising which targets children. Okay, time is yours.
Okay, hello everybody, Your Excellency Educator, Honorable Moderator and the Timekeeper, respectable my rival team and all of audience. Well, as standing here, I would like to give my definition about our mission today, and I would like to deliver about my opinion and my argument based on our mission today, that is the host let the school or let the government to block the advertising which target the children. For the first, I would give the definition for our mission today, that is about advertising. Advertising that is a sponsoring or the promotion which look for the interesting from the customer, and then which target the children is mean the advertising that which look for just want to promote to the children. So children is the human that under the certain years. So here from our mission, this is a very bad. It is a very better solution because advertising from the Nina Groho, she has told if the children was look or was watch or was know that about that product one by one every day, of course they will interested to try that product. An example from the cigarette advertisement, so from the junk food advertisement, of course cigarette and junk food, that is a bad snack or a bad things that will make the children to be the bad behaviors. And then so here the government let the government to block the advertising the which target your children. This is the best solution because here I agree about this mission because children we must keep them and we must give the good behavior or the good habit to them or give example the good to them. Okay, I will close my case. I hope you understand about my point. Thank you.
Okay, the last speakers. So for the motion of third speakers from Boy is, this house would ban TikTok application. The time is yours.
First of all, I very agree that we have to ban a TikTok because TikTok is an application that have so many negative way. But before I explain, I want to give you the definition. TikTok is an app that we can use it for short video. And TikTok is launched in 2016 in China, where it's called Douyin. And it went famous in 2017 as a TikTok. Why TikTok is a very negative application? That's why I explain here. TikTok is there's many of application in TikTok, very many short videos in TikTok shows hot scene. For example, like a girl that doesn't use any of maybe like a good uniform. And that is just a bad impact for children under an age. And there's also a bad impact from TikTok, for example, like a girl behave like a boy and boy behave like a girl. That is just one of the bad behavior that we have to use. TikTok is very not good for ourselves and for other people. And for the other bad impact is that TikTok is very dangerous application that many people will see in our data, and also the developer and the creator of TikTok can also see our data based on the TikTok information center. For this, thank you.
Okay, so we are done about first station is individual. Okay, give applause. Okay, so for the next session is about battle individual. Okay, so for the first speaker from boy and from the first speaker from girl, take your place. Okay, from girl is affirmative theme and from girl is negative theme. And the motion is...
Okay, here I would like to explain.
Wait. Okay, so for the first speaker's motion is... This house believe that technology make people smarter. Okay, the time is yours.
Okay, here I would like to explain first of all, what is technology? So technology is a machinery or a program that actually was made by someone, so it makes their lives easier and more provided by the people who actually makes those machines. So here I would like to give an example of technology. So example of technology is like camera that we are using. We are using camera for taking pictures, for taking videos, for making documentaries, and it can make them smarter. How can it make them smarter? Actually, there are a lot of technology nowadays that we can actually use. For example, handheld phones, and then laptops, and then PC, and then television. I have given so much examples of technology that are easy for us to access to. So then, because it is easy to access, we can actually use it for our own benefit. So then, for example, if we want to learn, if we want to get information, if we want to study more, rather than just a book, if we are just studying from a book, then we are not studying internationally. But if we get information internationally and globally, such as like from Google, for example, or Quizlet, Ruang Guru, etc., so then it can actually make them smarter by applications. And the applications we can access from what? From technology. So then that is my conclusion, and I really agree that technology makes people smarter. Thank you.
Okay, before I disagree for you, It's robot is one of technology. Robot.
Yes.
How you can explain it?
Yes, I will explain it. So robots is a technology too. How can it benefit us? Rather than it makes us smarter, it actually does make us smarter if we know how to use robots. So for example, if we want to get books, or maybe because we're lazy or something, so then robots can actually provide us with a service that can make us smarter. So for example, I'll give an example actually. Alexa, do you know Alexa?
No.
Alexa is like a robot or a machine. So then you talk to that robot or a technology. So then that technology device will give you information from Google.
Okay.
That is my solution. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
I would say that robot make ourselves is smarter, but I disagree with this motion. Why? Because robot, as you know that robot is make our make us smarter, but there's almost robot. It's a half of robot. They make people smart. But how if that you say Terminator is a robot? Yes. Terminator is one of robot.
Excuse me, wait, what did you say again?
Terminator.
Terminator. Okay, so here I would like to explain.
Wait. I want to explain my question. So that you know that Terminator is the murder, and how if happen to your family, and how if happen to your parents or your friends or your beloved friend, they kill your beloved friend. How if being true?
Okay, here I would like to give the solution from what you were saying earlier. So then because you said that robots actually harm our family, is that what you said?
No.
Then
How
what
the
is it?
robot if kill your parent? How the robot if he kill your family?
Okay, I would like to
time's
say,
up.
actually, robots.
Time's up for 4 minutes, and then I give you 30 seconds for each speaker to conclude your argument. Okay? Begin from affirmative team.
Okay, here I would like to conclude what I said. So I really agree with today's motion that technology makes people smarter. So actually, I would like to give an example of technology. So for example, the things that are inexpensive, like handheld phones, camera, phone, laptop, and etc. It actually makes us smarter. How? Well, there are actually applications that can make us smarter. So for example, Quizlet, Duolingo, and etc. So I agree with today's motion. Because in conclusion, technology makes people smarter. Yes, thank you.
Okay, begin.
Okay, I will explain my conclusion about the technology. It's not make people smart. I disagree, very disagree with this motion. Why? There's many people being smart because of technology, so they didn't learn, teach the people, the dumb people, the stupid people, to make better people, and that's why. So this technology is such a dumb technology because many technology make people being dumb.
Okay, time's up for first speaker. Okay, give applause. Okay, so for the next second speaker from boy and from girl. Okay, first, second speakers. Okay, from boy is Okay, so for the second speakers of boy is opposition and the girl is affirmative. And the motion is, this house believes that history is an important subject that all students should learn. Okay, the time is yours.
Okay, here as an affirmative team, I would like to explain about our motion today that this house believes that history is an important subject to learn of all students. And before it, I would like to explain what is history definition. History definition is the study of the human past, part of the accident that occurred in the past. And why I'm agree about our motion today, because as a young generation of Indonesian country, as we know that Indonesian country has a lot history titled. And because of it, I would like to say that I'm agree about our motion today, because as a young generation of Indonesian country, it's so important for us to know about our history from our country. It can help us to grow our nationalism feeling in our heart, and how to respect the struggle from the hero, the accident in the past.
You said if Indonesian has much of history, how if we as students learn about history, but the history isn't clear? I mean, who knows the truth behind the history? How could it explain?
Okay, about your opinion, as we know that about history subject, we can learn it in the university. There is a module that especially for learn about a history university, and we know that there is person who has a license international to learn about a history. We can ask to them, we can go to the museum to ask with them who have an international license about our history of our country. And as we
But museum, did I know, like dinosaurs, that was not real, you know, dinosaurs.
Which one part that you have said that is not real?
The bone is of dinosaur isn't not a real bone. That is like you know, some people made it into complete, become like T-Rex.
Because I have explained this time, but I think you didn't understand about my opinion. I have said that about history subject, we can learn it in the university, and of course we can get international license from about it. And of course about the subject that we have learned in the university, of course that was a really opinion.
So how if just elementary school or even such as us?
Of course, if in elementary school we have a level, we have a step level to learn about the history.
But our history is wrong.
Which one the part history that wrong?
Like independence, G30.
Do you need to say that heroes struggle to get a freedom to
I'm
our
talking about the heroes. I'm talking about the G30 accident. Is like some of reporter said if the sacrifice is not is not there is no G30 accident just killed by shot on gun, not by hull of crocodile or something else that we learn.
They have said that that's a report and context, right? It means I would like to explain. I would like to emphasize my opinion that we should learn in history by international. That the really platform is like at the school, or we go to the people who have internationalism to learn about the history before, because if we can know how does it truly, which one that have been happened that in our country is like the accidents in the past, is that it true or not? And of course we should learn it to respect our struggle of a hero in our country, to get a freedomness, to make the condition more better that we have lived now.
If the history, you said, if the history that we learn now is maybe learns us, teaches us, inspire us. But my question is the only one: how history can inspire us, but the history is not true. Even you and me or us, then true.
Okay, time is past 4 minutes, and then I give you time.
Okay, here I would like to emphasize my opinion before that I agree about our motion today. That is, history is an important subject that we should learn for all of students. And my conclusion is, I would like to say that as a young generation in the Indonesian country, we has a lot of history titled. We should learn in history science from elementary school until the university, because history is an important subject for us to grow up the nationalism feeling in our heart as a young generation in Indonesian country. Thank you.
And my conclusion is I'm very, very disagree with this emotion because of why? Because that I know not all of our history that we learn is clear, is true. And if we still study about history, it makes the students, especially in Indonesian, is make dumber. You know, we just learn about the fake, not the real, not the true. And that's my conclusion.
Okay, back to your place. Okay, so for the last individual battle is for the third speaker from boy and from girl.
Affirmative.
Okay, so from boy, he chose affirmative team, and from girl is opposition. So for the motion is, this house believes that death penalties for narcotic dealer will reduce the narcotic staff dealing. Okay, the time is yours.
First of all, I very agree that if drug traffickers is to pursue the death penalty to drug traffickers is to reduce the drug traffickers. I very agree. But before we enter the debate, I want to explain you the definition from drug traffickers. Drug traffickers is for those who sell or distribute, manufacture, or like selling drugs in a large or in small quantity. And we also know that drug traffickers make so many problems in our country or maybe in other country. And because of that, there's also drugs that have many types of names. For example, like fentanyl. Fentanyl, the threshold is 24 kilograms. The drug enforcement information said that 2 milligrams of fentanyl is equivalent to a few grains of salt, which is considered to be a deadly dose for more than 40% people in this world. Because of that, for that reason, we have to pursue the death penalty against the drug traffickers to deter them and to reduce them for the large quantity or for maybe a small quantity. The facts have proof. If we compare the country that not pursued the death penalty against the country that pursued the death penalty, for example, like Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a country that pursued the death penalty against the drug traffickers or maybe like a serious crime. And that will deter the crime. The United Information Center on Crime and Drugs said that Saudi Arabia has a low rate of crime and drugs. 1.0 out of 100,000. And different than other countries, for example, like Belgium, Finlandia, or maybe Russia, that Russia have a 10.7 rates, Belgium have 2.2, and Finlandia have 1.7. And there's also reasons why drug traffickers, we have to pursue the death penalty for drug traffickers. In America, according to data, the Death Information Center said that drug traffickers kill so many thousand in America per citizen of America. Because of that, there's many people.
Okay, from negative team, you may.
Okay, for the first, I would like to give the definition because he didn't give the clear definition and deepest comprehension. Okay, the definition about our mission today is the death penalty. This means the heavy punishment that has given from the government and from the police to the people who did the crime level. And then the narcotics dealer, that is the boss or the highest seller from the narcotics step seller. And then here I disagree, I totally disagree about this mission because as you said, here I want to rebut that your opinion. As you said, you take the example from the Arab that based on United Nations on Drugs and Crime Data International at 2012, actually we have 88 countries in this world erase about the death penalties because the death penalties lower the human values because death is contrafied about the human's right. Thank you.
First of all, you said that death penalty is for government. No, it's not. Death penalty, yes, I know that death penalty is for government, that we have to pursue the death penalty to request to the government. And the Supreme Court also said that it is constitutional for us to pursue the death penalty against drug trafficker that commit homicide and murder to other people. And in America also that Bill Clinton signed.
But in America, they apply but the death penalty is not just for the narcotics dealer. And then here our motion is about the death penalty for the narcotics dealer. And then in America, just give the death penalties for all who did the crime, not just especially for narcotics dealer. And then here we debate about the death penalties for the narcotics dealer.
Bill Clinton in 1990 signs that we have to pursue the death penalty against drug trafficker, they pursue the homicide or not pursue the homicide.
Yes, and the death penalties is it good, the punishment that given from the government. That I said last time and I explained last time that if the death penalties just give from the all who did crime, not just for the narcotics dealer.
Now I give you time, 30 seconds for each speakers to give the conclusion.
So in my conclusion that we have to pursue the death penalty to withstand justice for victims and for victims' family, because that is the way of justice. And if we pursue the death penalty, of course, that is reduced and deter the drug traffickers cases in our country or maybe in other country. And that is the effective way to stiffly drug traffickers one by one in our country. Thanks.
Okay, I would like to conclude about my opinion, and that is I totally disagree about this motion because the death penalties that not will reduce the narcotics dealer. Narcotics distribution, it is the same with mafia distribution. As Giada Guerrilla said, as she was the discoverer Hambre Educational International, she said if some distribution lost their highest seller because they will look for another seller from the staff. Thank you.
Okay, so we are done about individual battle. Okay, audience, are you still spirit? Okay. Darul Istiqomah? Darul Istiqomah? Okay, are you student of Darul Istiqomah?
Never give up.
Darul Istiqomah?
Never give up.
Darul Istiqomah? Never give up? Okay, so we are going to the third session is about team battle. So, the motion of team battle is this house believe should school to judge student from the academic level. Okay, so from the first speaker from boy and girl, please come forward. Okay, so from the girl is affirmative teams, and from the boy is negative team. Okay, so let me explain one more time about this mechanism. So for the first speaker, you have to speak, you have to give your argument about 3 minutes, and then another speakers don't interrupt them, okay? So for the second speaker, it's about 2 minutes. I will give 1 minute at the first, for the second and the third speaker, and the last 1 minute, another speakers, you may interrupt her or his argument. Okay, do you understand? So it's same with third speaker. At the first minute, you may not interrupt them, and then at the last 1 minute, you may interrupt them. Okay? So at the end, I will give you time 2 minutes from every team, 2 minutes for the third speaker to conclude their argument. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Affirmative and negative, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. So the time is for affirmative team to speak. Okay.
Okay, good morning, adjudicator. Good morning, the mentor and the monitor. And also, I would like to say good morning to the timekeeper and also the negative team and our audience for today's English Debate 2021. So here I am standing and I'm going to tell today's motion, which is this house believes to support schools to judge students according and judge according to their academic level. So then I would like to introduce My name is Naila Hasanah as the first speaker. Beside me is Shakila Putri as the second speaker. The third speaker is Hilda Ami. And I'm going to say my argument. So my argument is effective learning and effective teaching. So with schools judging their students according to their academic levels, it can actually benefit the students. And also the academic level actually really depends on the student. So depending on the student, whether they do well on that test or not. So if they do well on that test, that means that they have high academic level and so on. So if that student have lower academic level, so that means that they have low scoring test. So then I would like to say that I really agree with today's motion that schools should judge students according to their academic level, because schools actually should focus on how students should learn. So if the schools would provide the students with groups and with classes that they would be provided with so that they could study. So for example, I will give an example. So if a student actually was graded by their scores and academic levels, they actually would know their weaknesses and strengths. So then it will be beneficial for the country as well. Why? Because the students nowadays will actually benefit the country, because they will grow up to be an adult and will rule the country instead of the adults now. So then I would like to say it is really important for us to actually focus on how students should study. We should actually focus that students should study based on their academic level. So then what is academic level actually? I will give a definition. Academic level is actually a knowledge that has been scientifically or theoretically proven. That is the definition from academic. Now I would like to give the definition from school. So school is a place or an institution that actually teaches people, teaches pupils or students. So then that is my definition of school. So then I would like to tell the parts that Sister Shakila as the second speaker will be speaking. She will be speaking about competition point of view and also the admission requirements of school. And the third speaker, Hilda Ami, will talk about competitive instinct and how Indonesian education actually affects on the academic system.
Okay, so for the next, from the first speaker of negative team, please speak up. Time is yours.
Thank you to moderator for giving me the time for a chance to explain you about the academic level is important for the student. So before that, I will to explain you about the motion. I want to introduce ourselves. That is myself. My name is Abdul Aziz, as the first speaker, and the second speaker as the name is Darul Kurniawan, and the third beside him, the third speaker as the name is Ahmad Fikri Nabil. So here I will to explain you about the academic level. Academic level is one of important to the student for growing up to the next level about school, and one of things, the important thing to enter the university college. And then here I disagree with this motion, because this motion is like we don't need the academic level. Because why? Because I have a case. So many people in Japan, the writer of manga, they want to enter to the school of manga, but they didn't accept it. And the other time, they gone out to the other world, in the other country, and now he is being the most popular mangaka. As you know that mangaka is the writer of anime. The name is Hajime Isayama. And then I got this case from the Liputan6.com, or we say that Compass.com. And the other case, many people who dropped out in the college, who dropped out in the school, when the future, he got more success than us. Because why? He always learned. He being this what be if we then him the dropping out from the college, the dropping out from the school, he make it the under capability for him, and then he being smarter than rich Eben. So that's why academic level is not important for the student. Thanks.
Okay, so from second speaker from girl, you may give your opinion. Okay, time is yours.
Okay, here first of all, I would like to review the opinion that you have said. The purpose of your opinion that you have said that that people who have a low academic level will more success than the student who have a high academic level. And as we know, academic level is that we just student by the academic level. It starts from an elementary school. As we know that in Indonesian education system, the children who want to enter to the elementary school, the school judge them by the academic level, science, the ability of the reading, ability of the writing, and the other. And ability of the writing board that I have said like some is the part on academic level. And because of it, I would like to say that I disagree with your opinion that you say that the people who have an academic can more success than the people who have a high academic level. Because how if the student didn't have ability for instance?
Okay, interruption.
As we know that academic level is not really important for us. As we know, I have one case, one people of this college is teacher Padliansa. As him, he's not entered to the college, and he know that academic level is not pretty cool. It's not pretty important for us. So that's why teacher Padliansa is being more smarter than us because not have the academic level. And even academic level when junior school and elementary school, our teacher Padliansa is very, very good. And even he is the first rank. And thank you.
Okay, here I would like to interrupt. So what you said earlier was actually that you agree with our today's motion, that because you said, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that the schools actually would be better for the students if they would group them. So because you said that manga class or whatever that you said, that manga class actually would benefit the students because they are following their passion. So that means that you agree with our side here.
Not.
Why is that?
I say, Hajime want to enter the mangaka school, but the school didn't accept him. So Hajime entered the other school. Even he didn't enter. People offering him to enter the school. Because why? Because not about the academic level, because of his skill for drawing the mangaka.
Okay, here I would like to interrupt. Actually, if you have a talent other than academic levels, such as skills for drawing manga that you said, anime, well then the schools would actually be better to focus on academic levels. I have solutions actually. As students, we should focus on our academic levels because actually it is good for our job opportunity, our school admission too, and also etc. So then if we want to look for a job, so would you actually rely on your skills and not rely on your academic level? So then my actual solution is actually we should focus on how our score in our academic level. So then first of all, I would like to say that actually skills is not as important as academic levels because it is not considered, in the job industry and also the school industry. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so this time for second speaker of boy to speak up. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. Begin from now.
Okay, I'm a second speaker for boys. Very, very disagree with your motion is, I believe academic level is not important for us because of why, as that we know, we as students, academic level is gotten from homework, from examination, and we as students do cheat on our exam. Like we follow our friends homework, and then we cheat on our examination. We do that, and academic level isn't clear data, and that's not that we can use that for make our levels. And how could you explain us if we wanna answer the levels academic but our data isn't clear?
Okay, here I would like to say, because you actually said that that skills actually is important. Well, then I would like to say academic is actually more important, and that we should prioritize schools on their students. So for example, if a student have high academic levels, then we should not neglect that student. We should never neglect that student. We should put them with the people and with the pupils, with the students that have the same high academic levels as them. Why? Because if they are grouped with the lower ability students, then they will not focus on their work. They will just be similar to their friends, which they have low academic levels. So then if we put the higher academic students with the high academic students too, that means the students will feel the competitive instinct and will feel the need to compete with their friends and classmates.
Okay,
I'm
negative,
sorry.
you may.
Do you know that Bill Gates? You know Bill Gates? Yes, as we know that Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft Corporation. He is one to enter the college in the university, is Harvard University, but the university wouldn't accept him because the academic level is not good. His academic level is lower attraction. So in the future, and now as we know that Bill Gates and being the founder of Microsoft Corporation, so what is Microsoft Operation? Microsoft is one of operation system on computer, and Bill Gates make the operation system computer as the Microsoft for make the user of computer make easier. So that's why the academic level is not important for us. Like Bill Gates, as you know, Bill Gates now being most the richest people in the world. Do you agree with my opinion? Yes, that's it.
Okay, so now I give time to the third speaker of affirmative to give her opinion.
Okay,
Okay,
here
time begin.
Okay, here as the third speaker from the affirmative team, I would like to give you the point of view that is about if the school just the student from the academic will help the easier scoring system internationally and will help the progressing Indonesian education. Easier scoring system internationally is mean it's so nice, it's easy if we want to get the scholarship in international. We took an example from the USA, United States American. They took the scholarship international basic on the academic star. And then back to our mission today, from the first that you said, you are support if people has the non-academic that will success than the people who has academic level, right? Actually, in this motion, the house let the school judge from the academic level, not the house let the school judge only the academic level. It means the school still support who has the non-academic, but they more to judge the student from the academic level. Thank you.
I very disagree with your opinion because grade point of average or maybe academic score is not important in our life that you tell us that GPA or academic score is important for scholarship, right? And there's also many students and many of teenagers that have a low rate of GPA or maybe grade point of average. The many students that have a low grade GPA will forbid to enter other scholarship, to forbid enter to workship because that the country it's not improve itself. It's not improve itself because country improve with depending on who is the next generation. Because in Indonesia, we only focus on the GPA. We not focus on their talent. We not focus on their.
Okay, interruption.
Okay, that you said last time academic start is not important. Actually, here who has the lower academic, they can, for example, we want to get the SNMPTN that is for all the university in Indonesia. They will give the scholarship, like who can the best from the challenge of the SNPTN. Who has the low academic, they can follow about PTN. And then we took an example from the Singapore, all the university in the Singapore, if we can't to pass our challenge to get our test to enter the university in the Singapore, the government for Singapore, they give the student or the people Singapore to choose the university in another country.
My question is that why there are so many people that have a low GPA or low academic score, but there's also many students that is jobless and broke work, like didn't care about their lives because he have a low GPA, a low academic score. Because that he don't want to study again, he don't want to find another scholarship. He just mind his own business in his life.
Okay, here I would like to interrupt. Here I am as the first speaker, I would like to interrupt. So then because you said that students actually would get rejected by the college or university because they have low GPA level, is that what you said?
Yes.
Well then, actually, that is why the reason why schools should actually focus on the students' academic level. If they would focus on their academic level and make a stratification between the students, then they will feel the instinct to need competition, to compete with their friends. So then, if they would compete with their friends, then they would actually feel the need to study more, not actually cheat, not actually think that we need an instant solution for my score because I have low academic level. No, it is actually purely because of knowledge and purely because of competition and academic level.
Okay, please.
Many of students in Indonesia or maybe in other countries that only have their own talent without any talent. That because of that, they have so many of these students in Indonesia or other country have a low GPA or academic score, and that will influence the country for not improve itself. The question is how you prefer to the low GPA score to be a good student or to be a good next generation in the next era.
Okay, please.
Okay, here that you said last time how we want to guarantee about who has the low academic level, right? Here, actually from the first speaker, she has told about the solution that is we group, if the school judge the academic level, we will group the class that between the class A include about the high level academic and the class B, an example, has the low level academic. And then they in the low level academic, they has one class, and then of course there is some motivation to them because all the high level academic has into to the class A, and then that make the teacher more effective to teach them, that you said how to make the low level academic care to their point in academic, right? That because of that, we are give the solution to group every class based on the academic level. And then the teacher who teach in the low academic level, of course the teacher will give the more material or the challenging more material.
And how about the people that already have a good or a rise from the academic score or academic level from GPA, but they are jobless? There are so many people that already graduate school and have a high score of academic, but they are jobless.
Here I would like to interrupt as the first speaker because you said that Indonesia actually have high increase of poverty and also people who are jobless. So then I would like to emphasize from what we have said, which that students should actually focus on their academic level. Because if we focus on our skills, like for example, how we talk, Like that is actually a skill. If we can do public speaking, if we can do English speech, if we can swim, if we can sing, if we can dance, that is actually skills. But they are not academic level. So then, if they only focus on that and they do not focus on how they can actually benefit that skills from them, it actually would be bad for the students. Why? Because actually they do not know how to emphasize their talents. So then schools should judge students according to their academic level, because students.
Time's up. Okay, so
Thank you.
at the end, I give you time 2 minutes for third speaker to give the summary, reply, and conclusion. Begin from negative theme. 2 minutes, begin.
My conclusion that the academic score in our life is not important because many of country force their.
Stop. Audience, keep silent. Okay, because the request from the juries, so for the audience who wants to give the argument for this motion, you may support the negative team or affirmative team. Okay, I give you the change. Who wants to speak up?
Is there? First student, wanna give the opinion? Improver, is there? Is there from improver? Fikri Abdillah? Oh, Lutfi. Is there? Nur Al Hajirin, is there? Jirin? Language section? Who? No. Oh yes, Fatur Rohma, please come to here. Fatur Rohma. Come here first. Okay, Fatur Rohma. This motion talk about this house believes should school to judge student from the academic level. It means you give the value student from the academic. Okay, you get the point? And then what is you choosing? Be the affirmative or opposition. This motion. The academic is important for you or not? Okay, you be the affirmative. Okay, talk about your opinion. Why the academic level be important for you?
Audience, keep silent.
Maybe I want short about this. Maybe it's important. Because why academic is very important. The first, if you want to do something, if after graduation in here, we have to have the most talent. And the second, if we want, example, we want to be a doctor, we have the most talent. Like academic, what you do, affirmation or etc. of chemistry. That's only for me.
I don't get the point. Would you explain it again? I don't get the point.
The jurist, how? Again? Any more? Another speaker or another audience who wanna to? Okay, from Miss Novia.
Okay, maybe for our students, you can sit back. Thank you. Please applause to her. Okay, thank you so much already to express your statement here. Okay guys, I'm as the educator here, so thank you so much for affirmative and negative team. Here I would like to rebut for our affirmative team, that is female student. That use this time about if the school get a student from the academic level, it's one of the best solution. Because the school can group the student based on their level. But again, one of the benefits that you said last time, because it will create the motivation for the student who has bad in academic level. Example that you said that class A, B, C, D, or E. But you should know guys, how could if the student, especially teenager, they are still young, if they group into the low level, they don't have like the big motivation. If the school only judge the student from the academic level, I'm sorry, stop speaking. So how could it mean we still stuck from developing country? As we know, the level of our education in Indonesia, that is 100 more. It's different as like America, USA, or Finlandia, or it's like Japan, and it's like Singapore. They are developed country. It means the first thing that we should change, that is about the system of the education. The especially one that is the school only judge the student from the academic level. If we apply it from elementary school until university, it means all of the students, the young generation that will improve our nation, that is Indonesia, they will feel stupid, they will dumber, they will be nonsense person because they think, oh, how good, how come I can learn more if the school only appreciates the student only who has the good level in the school. You got me? So I can say that is not a good solution for it, because the result for our education level in Indonesia, that is still bad. Otherwise, our country is still developing country, because the one factor that influence our country, if we want to be a developed country, it is started from education. The second, that is economical. So we are going to affirmative team. Time is yours.
Okay, here I would like to say, because Miss Novi has said that actually Indonesians level of education is actually not enough to compete with the globalization nowadays, with the whole world. So, well, I would like to say we shouldn't actually blame it on the students, and we shouldn't blame it on their academic levels. We should blame it on how Indonesia actually put the education system. So then actually, if Indonesia would actually focus on how students should be taught, then it will actually improve the level of education in Indonesia. But I would like to emphasize that actually Indonesia, if they would focus on academic levels, such as putting them in different groups and putting them in a place where they would focus on their weaknesses and on their strengths, then that will be better. But Indonesia actually would focus on their poverty and etc. They wouldn't really focus on the system of education. So I would like to emphasize and repeat, actually, Indonesia's system of education is the one to blame, not actually how we put the students according to their academic level. Thank you.
Okay, the Miss Novia said last time that if we group the class is not bad, that it is bad solution. Actually, that is the better solution, because as we know from the Jill Sears, he is as a discoverer in the New York. He has discovered about the he tried to teach one class that they has the high level academic and the low level academic, and then the who has low level academic, they will more insecure because they look at for who has the high level academic, because they give up to look at the high level academics can pass the test firstly than them. And then, as you know, you said the Indonesian has the low rank in the world. So we take an example in the Japan. That is, Japan is the good or is the best, the second the best countries of the world about education. And then one of system they apply there, that is about they judge the student from the academic level.
Sorry. I'm here to interrupt you about that. Our country is not good in the educational system. That's why, as you know that Jerome Pauline, a student of Japan, in Hokkaido University, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, that he want to be in the government of education in the nation. So he want repair the system education in the school, in this country, Indonesian at least, and then he want to make Indonesian be better. Because why? So many people in the grade class A and the grade class B or C, in one of class, in the C class, they have more talent than the class A. And then, so it means the academic level is not important for us.
Okay, so Mr. Ridwan Samedoyo want to interrupt, right? Okay, time is yours.
I just interrupt for the affirmation group. In Japan, yeah, you say in Japan, that is the education, the academic level is an important in Japan. But the fact is, yeah, all students in Japan, that is bad or good, the teacher it's forbid for make the student for going out when in the class the student sleeping maybe or talking, because all student in Japan has changed to listen and to study in the school. And when the academic score in their report book is bad, there is no problem from their families, from the school. It's not problem. It's fine. Yeah, the people in Japan don't talk about that. Yeah, but in school in Japan, their system is make many much club after school, like sport, art, and other. Yeah, from there they can improve their skill. Yeah, not from according to academic level in report book. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Samedoyono. Okay, from affirmative team, any interruption?
I would like to interrupt. Actually, Japan actually studies more than us. They have like about 18 hours of study time. Instead of us, we actually only study for 9 hours or etc. So then I would like to say, actually Indonesia would like to be, it would be better. It would be better if the schools would actually focus on their academic level. And like, because you said that because after extracurriculars and after class and after school they would focus on their skills and focus on their clubs, then I would like to say actually they have classes and they wouldn't really emphasize that because they have free time after class. They would study on academic levels. So actually I have known people from Japan and Korea, and I ask, what do they study? They study about mathematics, they study about English, they study about not like something like skills or like clubs that is like out of the school context. But going back to this motion, today's motion is actually believes that schools should judge students according to their academic level. So then if students would actually focus more on their academic levels at school, I would like to actually emphasize this motion today is school. So people, students in Japan, they would study about their skills outside of school activity, and they would play with their friends because it is their passion. But because in this context, academic levels is used for administration in university, in schools, in jobs, if you would like to score higher, then you should actually feel the need to compete with your friends with your academic levels. So then you would feel like...
Okay, interruption from negative team.
Thank you.
I disagree with your opinion because you said that this country will be better because if we focus to the academic score in academic level, but what if the academic level, maybe in like senior high school, that have a lesson like mathematics, like science, like chemistry lesson, but there are students that didn't understand about that subject, about that lesson. And we force them to knowingly that lesson, and of course that make the student will be stressed because it's not from their capability to study about that mathematics like science, and he have on.
Okay, interruption.
Okay, here I would like to give an interruption because you said that students doesn't understand about the matter what they are studying in class, right? It is not a skill, it is not a club, it is in class. So then they are studying about academic levels because they don't understand the academic levels, hence why students should actually be grouped according to their academic levels, because you said the students doesn't understand. So wait, for example, so if we have 2 classes and we put the higher scoring students in the A class and the lower scoring students on the B class, then the teachers would actually know how to categorize and how to teach the students according to their weaknesses, according to their strengths, and how they should study, because not every student actually have the same style of studying. So it would be beneficial for us rather than, oh, the students doesn't understand. Yeah, that is my interruption.
Okay,
Thank
negative
you.
team.
You said that it is important, still important for us to study, to focus on academic level, but if we force the student, of course the student will be stressed. And it will cause like very careless to study and not care about study anymore because teachers and this government focusing on academic level and forcing us to study about the lesson that we don't know, and we don't want to study about that lesson because all of human have their own capability. Thanks.
Okay, interruption from educator.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me give the rebuttal for our educative team. That you said last time how when they get stressed, of course, the harm will befall to the student. They are as the young generation. So, like this, while we judge the student for their academic level, it means we still approach the student who has the bad academic level. So, probably negative team didn't understand clearly about our definition today. They don't understand more about our mission today because our mission today is talking about the house belief that if the school judge the student from the academic level, it's not the school decide the graduation the student from the academic level. So we don't have to worry about that. You got me? Because like this, while we apply academic level to judge student only from it, it means that is the best solution for our education. While they have bad academic level, we group them into the classroom. It means the teacher will have the better method to teach them. the teacher will have more creativity to teach them. It means that is the key how to appreciate the student who has a bad level. So this time it is talking about jobless. Many jobless because of while the student graduated from the school, they don't have the good academic level. It's the parent is like Bill Gates and another. But as like Bill Gates and another, they know their capability. They know their capability. While they know their capability, they don't need to continue the education while the school judge the student for the academic level. It means when Indonesia, especially, or another school in the world, apply that the school judge the student for the academic level, it is really best solution for our academic, for our education. While they will have another skill as like singer. Singer doesn't need as like the high score and mathematics as like football player. They don't need the good academic level. It means while they know it, while the school already give them the solution, they can continue the next education that can improve their skill. You got me? That you said last time many joblesses. I'm sorry. One factor that you said from education, the created many joblesses is this not from the education, okay? That when they don't know to find their capability. It means, so as like another school, how could the teacher can know while the school received the registration, while the student want to their education if they don't have the academic level, because that is one of requirement. At the first time, of course, they want to know how is about your academic level. When they graduate from school, when they have better academic level, they don't need to continue education based on the level. It means they should change another skill that will support them. Just it. Thank you.
Okay, addition please.
Please, don't ignore me.
Okay, negative team, any responses? Addition, ma'am. Wait.
In our country, the government focus us to force to study about lesson that we don't know. For example, the government order us to follow the curriculum in this year, and that curriculum like to study about mathematics, like science, and like other lesson that we don't understand. And you said that we have to make a different from that class. If the people don't know about their lesson, we can search their capability. And in Indonesia, they only focus on the academic level and not focusing for their talent, not focusing for their capability of the student.
Addition, as you say that the school, how if the student get stress because the school force him to get study hard and to until get the academic level, and then the result, one of them getting suicide or killing herself. How it can be? So that means academic level is not important for us because they got suicide himself or killing himself because got stress from the lesson in the school. So and then why the school accept the fool student, the stupid student, and this school wanna offer the student to being good person, being the good person. And then, when he's stupid, don't know about the lesson, the teacher don't want to explain, don't want to teach about the lesson.
Solve about the student has the low level academic will feel stress, and then from the group, the class that can make the student, that can make the teacher to give the effective learning, to give the effective education to them, and then the teacher of course will more give the material, and that can help the progress of Indonesia education.
Addition. Okay, here I would like to add because we have actually said everything that you need to know. I would like to emphasize and review of what we have said earlier. So because we have said that, well, going back to this motion, this House supports schools to judge students according to their academic level. So I am saying because, well, your solution is because, well, they are stressed. Well, they cannot focus on their education. Well, my solution is that schools should judge students according to their academic levels. So what I mean is that schools would judge the students and put them in a different group so that the students would know their weakness, would know their strength, so then they can study better. The teachers would actually be easier for them to teach because they have the same level of academic, and it would not be as stressful. Why? Because they should actually know how to manage their mentality on this developing globalization era. In this globalization era, we should focus more on academic levels, and we should never be the lower education, just like in Indonesia, because our rank in education is really low rather than other countries such as Singapore, South Korea, Japan. Japan, you said because they are developed country. Well, we should be like them. We should study more on academic. If we saw the test on academic levels on Japan, then we would actually know, oh, they study more on academics rather than like singing, dancing, and etc. They don't focus on that because they focus on how they can actually teach the students according to their studying style. So you haven't really said anything. The negative team haven't said any solution, haven't said any examples of how we can actually prevent this from happening. And the greater solution from my opinion and our opinion. Thank you.
Okay. So, audience. So I give one change to negative team to respond her. Only one more time.
But how about the case that in Japan there's a school that forced the student to have a high academic level of score, and the student is very stressed and commit a suicide on yourself, and that's incident in 2002 in Japan. How you can break the to solve that case?
Well, I'm guessing you haven't listened to what I said.
I said on the responses, no question, because this is the last change, okay? Don't answer.
I'm sorry. What did you explain just now? About what? I don't get the point.
Can I say? I would like to ask, actually, we have emphasized, we have elaborated, we have explained everything about academic levels and how they can manage their mentality. It actually doesn't affect them. It is because of the globalization era. They feel stressed and etc. It actually doesn't matter. So what is your solution?
1 minute.
So, even as you know that, I don't, I just have any question, but this question moves to the solution, a little bit of solution about your question. That is, the teachers have to bring the student to how be the great people, and then that's why the school divide another class, grade A and the grade B. That's it.
Okay, so for the end, as I said before, 2 minutes to give the explanation, reply, and respond, and the conclusion from the third speaker. Okay, so for the third speaker from negative team, time is yours, about 2 minutes.
So for the conclusion is that academic level is not important in our life and not influence to our future. We only have to focus to our capability, to our skill, to our talent, and that is the effective way to influence, to make a good future for us, because so many humans have their own capability, and there's no way that there's a people that want to force the student and the student want to force by the teacher, because some human have their own capability, and because of that student maybe they didn't understand what the teacher said and make the academic level is lower than it must be. Thank you.
Time is yours.
Okay, here I ask the third speaker and the other place speaker from the affirmative team. Here I want to overview about our debate today, because from the argument from us, as the affirmative team and the negative argument, we have an uncomfortable argument from the first this debate began. Actually, we are from the affirmative team, we have given the point of view that is about effective learning, effective teaching, competitive point of view, competitive instinct, and then easier scoring system internationally, and then help the Indonesian progress. And then the negative team, they has given about the point of view, cheat or make the low level academic make stress, and then they told about the who has non-academic more success than us. Actually, we have given the best solution for this debate, but they didn't understand earlier about our best solution is group class. And then we have clear definition, we have the deepest comprehension, and we have given some facts and solution that happen in this era. But from our rebel team, they didn't give the solution from this debate, and then they just give a little bit fact, and then they didn't give about the solution. Okay, so based on overview this debate today, as the first speaker, second speaker, and I as the first speaker point of view, here I believe if our team is the best team, and then we are really totally agree about this motion. Thank you.
The jurist, the honorable jurist, I need time to talk or give my own opinion for this motion. Okay, I maybe just take for the 3 minutes to take or talk about this motion. This motion belong to my something trouble in my head. Should the school judge the student from the academic level? Okay, this is my experience for the 6 year I live in this pesantren. Actually that I from class 1 till the class 3, I focus with the math, semestry, basic, biology, with the Indonesian language lesson, the English lesson, and another thing, the academic. When I class 3, when I firstly want to know what different me and another friend. Actually, I see my friend, he can have the many friends, he can have many prestation, he can have the many cup of the champion, so many things. He got not coming from the academic. Firstly, my question first about that. I appreciate to all of you all to talk more about to another country, as like to Japan, to Finland, to Malaysia, to the Singapore. Maybe it's very good. As I appreciate to all of you all the speaker here, and appreciate to the Miss Novi to much talk about the academic or the non-academic. And now I will tell you what the non-academic. In my knowledge, that non-academic is example is like the skillful about the football, the skillful about the speech presentation is not belong with the value. It's non-academic, but academic is belong with the value. Do you understand, the speaker? Okay. And then we don't have to or talk about more an idea. And here is, should the school judge the student? It's about the judge. It's not about the important or the important. Okay. Should the school it's mean as like example for us, this pesantren, how to judge the student be better or not is from the academic level or from not academic. Okay, non-academic, maybe like Mr. Padiansa tells me that for 4 years ago that why I be the friend with another friend. I'm sorry, I am smart. I always get the first ranking at my school for the 3 years after, and I always be alone. I don't have the success competition because the academic level. But when I change my life to be not ego for the academic level, I start to accompany with another friend to take how I can give the presentation from non-academic. It's work. Then I have many friends than before. I have the, I'm sorry, I can speak more at the public. I'm not shy again to talk with another friend because I out from the academic level to learn much over there. It's why I give the motion today about the academic level. Okay, the speaker, do you understand? All the audience, do you understand from the phrases now? Okay, that's from literally from my little heart to talk here why I give the motion today about the academic level.
Okay, thank you so much for all the debater and all the educator. And because our debate is end, so let's close our debate today by reciting Hamdalah together. Okay, I'm as moderator. I'm so sorry if I have many mistakes. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kafaratul majlis.